Hi everyone, my name is Lia and welcome to the kitchen. If you saw last week's video of me making homemade mac-a-lantans, you might have noticed this giant marrow squash hiding in the background. Well, for this week's video, we're going to be making homemade risotto featuring this marrow squash. Risotto is a really tasty and creamy rice dish, so I hope you all enjoy it. Let's get started. For this recipe, you need a winter squash, olive oil, homemade chicken broth, arborio rice, onion, butter, salt and pepper to taste, sage, grated cheese, minced garlic, and a dry white wine. For this recipe, I'll be using a Pinot Grigio, but you can also use something like Chardonnay or Sauvignon Blanc.
Begin by slicing half an onion and dicing it up into about a half cup. Carefully cut the marrow squash in half. Scoop out the insides and cut about 2 pounds of peeled half-inch cubes. Pour 6 cups of chicken broth into a saucepan and gently heat to a low simmer. Heat a tablespoon of butter in a sauté pan and add a tablespoon of olive oil on medium-high heat. Add in the cubed squash and stir. Season with some salt and black pepper, continuing to cook for about 8 minutes or until tender. Then, transfer the squash to a separate bowl and set aside. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and the diced onion. Sauté for 3 minutes until the onions become translucent. Add 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Add in 1½ cups of arborio rice, stir to coat with the butter and cook for 1 minute. Pour in ½ cup of dry white wine and cook for 2 minutes until the wine evaporates. Reduce the heat to medium-low and gradually ladle the warmed broth into the rice, stirring frequently, allowing the liquid to absorb, then continuing to scoop more broth. Season with some pepper and a little bit of salt. Continue cooking for about 30 minutes. The risotto is done when the rice is just tender and the liquid is creamy. Add ½ teaspoon of dried sage and ½ cup of grated cheese. Mix to incorporate the seasonings. Add the cooked squash to the risotto and stir to combine.
Squash and risotto make for the perfect party fall meal. The link to my recipe and website is in the description box below. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more delicious recipes.